What it is, what it do. I'm A1, this is the Division, and as I'm sure most of y'all already know, the Underground DLC patch 1.3 was released today, and with that new DLC, there's 5 new gear sets. And in today's video, I'm going to be explaining all the different ways on how you can get each of those 5 new gear sets. Now before we get started, I do want to quickly mention that I will be showing the set bonuses and talents, but I'm not going to be going over them in this video because I've already gone over them in a previous video, which I'll leave a link to in the description. Again, all we're going to be focusing on is how to get each of these gear sets. Another thing I wanted to quickly mention before we get started is that if you all found this video useful in any way, don't forget to leave a like. And if you're on the PS4, feel free to favorite it. So once you do get the DLC, you'll know exactly how to get these new gear sets. And the last thing I wanted to quickly point out before we get started is I wanted to remind everybody that there are 3 new outfits available. I've already explained what those outfits are, what they look like, and how to get them in a previous video. And I'll leave a link to that video in the description as well for those who are interested. Alright, so the first gear set we're going to go over is the alphabridge gear set. As you can see here, you can get them from Dark Zone supply drops. You can also get them from Dark Zone named NPCs, as well as sealed caches. You can also get them from the challenge or heroic mode named NPCs, as well as the underground directives. Blueprints will also be available at the Dark Zone 6 safe house, as well as the special blueprints vendor in the underground. There's also an alphabridge gear set available with a gear score of 191 at the Dark Zone 6 safe house, and you can also get this gear set from Falcon Lost and the Clear Sky bosses. Now, most of that seems self-explanatory, but I do want to point out when it comes to the Dark Zone supply drops with Season Pass, basically that means that there are more items that are available from supply drops if you have the Season Pass. But again, you should still be able to get this alphabridge gear set even if you don't. Other than that, everything else seems pretty straightforward. If y'all have any questions, just ask them in the comments below. Anyways, the next gear set we're going to go over is the blind gear set. And as you can see here, you can get it from the Dark Zone supply drops with the Season Pass. You can also get them from the underground container on either hard, challenge, or heroic. And if you look underneath those different underground difficulties, you'll see your chances of getting one of these pieces of blind gear set to drop, with obviously heroic giving you the best chance to get the best gear. You can also get this blind gear set from underground directives, as well as underground caches, named NPCs in the underground and Dragon's Nest, and you can also get blueprints for this gear set at the underground vendor. And most of those seem pretty straightforward, but again, if you have any question regarding these, just ask them in the comments below. The next gear set we're going to go over is the deadEYE gear set, and as you can see here, you can get them from the Dark Zone supply drops with the Season Pass. You can also get them from named NPCs in the underground and Dragon's Nest. You can also get them from the underground directives, as well as the underground caches. The next one we're going to go over is the firecrest. And as you can see here, you can get them from the Dark Zone supply drops with the Season Pass. You can also get them from the underground containers on hard, challenge, and heroic difficulty. And under each difficulty, again, it shows your chances of getting this gear set item, with the heroic mode giving you the greatest chance to receive a piece of this firecrest gear set. You can also get them from underground directives, as well as an underground cache, named NPCs at the underground and Dragon's Nest, and you can also get the blueprints at the underground vendor. And the 5th and final gear set is the reclaimer. And as you can see here, you can get the reclaimer either through Dark Zone supply drops with the Season Pass. You can also get them from named NPCs in the underground or the Dragon's Nest. You can also get them from underground directives and underground caches. So yeah, that pretty much sums up all the different ways that we know of to get these different gear sets as of right now. I'll leave a link to where I got all of this information in the description if you want to go check it out for yourself. And if there was anything that we did miss, then be sure to let us know in the comments and I'll add that info to the description. Anyways, if y'all enjoyed the video or found it useful in any way, don't forget to do what you do. I'm A1. Thanks for watching.